Well, most contestants would happily tackle that simulator test again and again, but this is the round they'd readily miss. But face it, they must, and tonight we have a water test for them. Contestants, using manual dexterity and coordination, we want you to devise a water flow system which will enable you to exchange the current positions of the red and yellow balls. Are you all ready? The test starts now. This, believe me, will be a test of experimentation and patience. The contestants must quickly determine which taps allow water to flow into particular areas and which taps will drain the water out. Then, by using a combination of inflow and outflow, you work out how to coax the ball along, how to raise it up some channels and drop it down others. This is Carolyn Frew trying to move the red ball out into that adjacent channel. Don't forget the object of the exercise is to swap the positions of the red and yellow balls. Peter Tilley here. And the secret of moving that red ball is not to blast it with a jet of water, but to use almost a trickle, while at the same time slowly draining the water out. Michelle also working at that red ball. This looks better. Very skillfully done. And Carolyn still struggling a bit. Still hasn't moved that red ball. But John succeeds, does he? Yes. And looking down the row there at all four, Michelle here seems to have the measure of it. She's using that water very skillfully indeed. Carolyn has at last succeeded in releasing the red ball, but she now needs to lift the yellow one out of there and right up to the top of the frame. She's working on that now, and that's what should happen. John looking pretty good. And Peter with a tricky situation there. He needs the red ball to stay where it is and the yellow one to float up through that channel. Well, the red ball isn't in place for Carolyn, but she is definitely making progress. And look at this. Michelle, she really has it worked out, and she's very close to finishing. John has the red ball now nicely into its base. But is this the winner? Yes, very nicely done. Her touch was perfect throughout that test. Michelle Ayling wins it, a well-deserved 10 points. And it's going to be very close for second place between John and Carolyn. This is John. Does he make it? He does indeed. So John Birmingham gets 6 points in second place, and finishing just within seconds of him, Carolyn, and 4 points. Well, our congratulations to Michelle. She needed the points going into that round, and that flowing performance gave her all 10, which should help her cause in the scoreboard. Let's go and have a look now. And, well, all pretty close. And, in fact, a three-way tie at the top on Krypton factors of 18 from Rowlands Castle, Hampshire, Michelle Ayling, Bury's Peter Tilley, and London's John Birmingham.